So, hello, Imamura-san. Nice to meet you. Can you tell us, you have a amazing career in gaming. Can you tell us some of the projects that you worked on?
Hi, nice to meet you. I joined Nintendo in 1989, and the very first game I worked on was the SNES version of F-Zero. And after that, I worked on Zelda: A Link to the Past, and then the next one was Star Fox. And I was the art director on a lot of those games. Obviously, I was there a long time, so I worked on another game. So if I start telling you all of them, it's going to take a long time. So we'll just leave it there for the time being.
So you retired from Nintendo and now are working on your own on Omega 6, which was released in Japan. It's a game, but also a manga. Can you tell us a bit more about the design process of those and how that you combine manga with a video game?
A short answer. Once I left Nintendo, I was thinking, what kind of creative endeavor can I do on there? And the shortest answer to that is manga comics. And I create the whole thing on my own. And I wasn't thinking about it as a commercial, something I could sell.
Yeah.
I just wanted to create something, and that happened to be a comic. But as a result of doing that, it ended up getting published in French.
Yeah.
And then became a game as well.
So it is available in French as well, the manga. The game is available in Japan. It's out right now. So I already got it because I like the retro futuristic style that you have throughout all your games. Also, again, in this one. Sadly, I can't understand the game. Because my Japanese isn't good. I don't know any of it. Are there any plans to localize it for more markets?
So, yes, we actually announced just before Gamescom, I think, that the English version was on its way.
So let's go a bit back in the past, the Nintendo days of the career. You were at the forefront of some of Nintendo's most important IPs. How do you feel that your work specifically shaped the identity of Nintendo that we know today?
I think I don't think it's so much that because I was there, I contributed so much as I happened to be, I got the chance to be part of Nintendo at probably one of the most important times in gaming history, in Nintendo's history. I got to experience. I was there when Yamauchi was president, and of course there's Gunpei Yokoi, Shigeru Miyamoto, and Yata-san as well. All these people who have key roles in shaping Nintendo in the history of games and making Japanese games very popular worldwide. Because of them and because of the timing I was there, I got to contribute to.
Yeah. That's a very humble answer, but I think the characters that you designed, like Star Fox or Captain Falcon of F-Zero, are such iconic characters, and they even have like their own culture. From a design perspective, what is key to creating such characters that resonate with such a broad audience? Because I think everybody loves Star Fox, everybody loves the characters from F-Zero.
I don't think there's a secret to designing the characters that I love themselves, because the characters that I design, after all, it's just a visual representation of a part of the game, and the game is a team effort. So I don't think you can necessarily create a two-dimensional, essentially, character that will remain in people's hearts and minds without. If you take the example of a movie or a TV drama or something, you might have a character that at the beginning is somebody that everybody hates. As the story evolves, you get to know them, you get to know their motivation, and then you start to love them. And for a game, without the game in the framework of the story, something behind these characters that I've had the chance to create, without the teamwork, then the characters wouldn't be as memorable as they are.
Okay, thank you. You also contributed to Majora's Mask. We all know that the development time for that one was brutal. So 1 year and you had to finish it. I think it was you that decided to go like in the darker direction to make it stand out a bit more from Ocarina. But what was your design process behind the Majora mask? Because that is it's on the box, it's everywhere. It's such an iconic piece of art for that specific game. So could you share what was your process behind doing that?
So we really essentially it comes in the need to differentiate from the previous Zelda game as much as possible.
Mhm.
And the mask essentially, I decided to take an Asian tribal design perspective on it. So I studied, I looked at as many of those in different masks in different regions, designs that I could, and I combined the inspiration I took from them together into the final jump of the mask.
Cool. The design is really iconic, so it's a really nice job. A more personal question from everything you've worked on, if it's Nintendo, if it's your own stuff, what is your personal favorite project or character or design that you ever did? And why is that?
Fox McCloud.
Fox, yeah. Why?
It's not so much the visuals of Fox itself, so much as the character.
Yeah.
So these his leadership, his dedication, I think is the best word.
Yes.
But these are things that it's not because I like the visuals so much as these are traits. His honesty and his allegiance to his friends, his leader. These are traits that I admire in him because I feel like I don't have them myself.
Okay. But the characters from Star Fox were also inspired by people that worked in Nintendo at those days. I've heard. Is that true?
So Fox himself was based on the initial idea came from Miyamoto-san. Is basically saying that there's a shrine near Nintendo HD that these shrines are Fox spot. So he wanted the main character to be based on that, and so that's where that comes in. The other characters, in general, I do occasionally for general character designs. I'm quite good at caricatures, so I'll take features from people I know, people I see around me, and the other characters in the main characters in the Star Fox team are taken from the art director, so the director, program etc.
A final question then. So officially you're retired, but you're still publishing a lot and creating a lot of things. What is in it for the future? Are you going to sit back and relax and enjoy your legacy that you created? Or do you still have some ideas that you want to create?
I think I'm probably going to do the same as Ridley Scott, the film director, and that, even when I get to 80, I think I'm still going to be creating stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's like 86 years old. He's still working in films. He's directing Alien film, Gladiators.
Yeah, it's funny that you mention it. Last week I saw Alien Romulus. So it's created by Alvarez, so another director. But Ridley Scott is still involved for like the narrative, the design part of the movie. Is that something that, let's say, if Nintendo wants to remake Star Fox or F-Zero, and they want to remake the games, the original ones, is that something that you would see like the Ridley Scott way of aiding the development, like giving your advice or your vision of what your characters, your game creation would look like in modern tech?
If they ask me, I will be there.
Okay, cool. I hope they ask you.
At the very least, when I left Nintendo, I told Miyamoto-san, if you're going to make a Star Fox movie, give me a call.
Yeah, hope they will, because they're really expanding. Now there's a Zelda movie coming as well.
The Zelda movie is going to be it's a live action.
Live action.
So I'm really looking forward to how they realize the game.
Really curious as well, because Link is silent, so
and of course Tingle.
Yeah, that would be great. I hope he's in a movie.
So what do you think? I mean, it's going to be a live action film. Do you think Tinkle's going to be in it?
I hope so. I think it would be a funny Easter egg
Yeah, maybe if he's just in the background of just a one scene, like a
ちょっ
Stanley
と
type.
Yeah.
空に浮いてるのが。
Yeah, it will be perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much for your time in this interview.
その時間。
ああ、いえいえ、こちらこそありがとう。